Come on, Pumpkin. Come on, sweet girl. Come on, bye. What's up, y'all? Sorry, I had to get off. I was returning a what's up, Harry? I was returning a carpet steamer that I bought on Amazon Prime Day. So they had this really good deal for a carpet steamer. It was like 44% off, 49% off, whatever. So I bought it because I knew at some point I was going to have to clean my carpet downstairs. You know, we have pets and things of that nature. So I bought it, but I didn't initially take it out the box and use it or whatever because it wasn't something that needed to be done ASAP. But as it would, you would have it. You know, I'm gone yesterday, and I think my husband fell asleep and didn't let the dogs out. So one of the dogs had an accident downstairs. So I was like, okay, let me steam the carpet, you know, yada yada yada. So I I opened the I opened the box, put it together, pretty simple to put together, what have you. And you know, and I've had carpet cleaners, steamers, all that stuff, right? And so I put it together, I put water in it. And you know how those carpet steamers, they'll have like a tank or what have you. And so the water tank was leaking. And so I was like, okay, how's this leaking? Because sometimes it'll do that at the bottom because that's where it's actually pulling out the water. But it was leaking out the back. And when I looked at the back, the way that they had the back of the tank wasn't sealed completely. So it was like only partially sealed on the sides to where the back portion of it, you know, had holes in it. And so I could see that it was a manufacturing problem. So I call Amazon, I'm sorry, I chat them. I was like, look, I want to return this and I want a replacement. And they were like, oh, well, this you got this from Amazon resale. And y'all, I'm gonna get back into the topic. Thank you guys. This is an Amazon resale product. And I'm like, a resale product. I said this was an Amazon Prime Day deal. I said, I know it shows an Amazon resale below that, but I would have never picked that. Because what's the point of buying something on Prime Day if it's been used? That's not a deal if it's used. It's just used. So anyway, they processed the refund, you know, whatever, but they would not exchange it because obviously I bought it on Prime Day. And they were like, oh, well, it was in used condition, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, that's not what you guys advertised to me. I said, now, whether that's what you sent me, cool. I even marked on there, like, do not sell this to someone else because I already know that the one that they gave me was one that someone else returned, most likely for the very same reason. And I know the condition said very good because no other part of it would have been used because you couldn't use it. It's leaking water all at the bottom of it. And so anyway, and they were like, well, do you want to drop it off or do you want it to be picked up? Send UPS here to pick it up because I'm not going through all that hassle of dropping at a store and waiting in line or whatever. You can get to those UPS stores trying to return something to Amazon, and you'll be there for 7 years. Happy Wednesday. I'll stop for the blonde, beautiful. Thank you so much. Your favorite life coach? Thank you so much. You know, I'm always blonde, but I'm doing the bob blonde now instead of shortcut. Go to find a beautiful black one. Thank you so much. So of course I'm like, I'm not going to this UPS store. Y'all got to come pick this up. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. You know, it's hard to be a baldy in wintertime. Summertime, I'm just like, oh, my neck is out, all that good stuff. Wintertime, it's a little bit difficult. But I kind of want to get back into what we were doing and what we were talking about earlier, which is making sure that you guys get your revenge money. You run your revenge business. I'm married, 42, so no, I cannot date. And my husband's real jealous. He's real jealous. Like I promise you, he'll pop in here, during this live just to see what y'all are talking about. And sometimes one of my spiritual mentors in ministry, she'll get in here. She'll be like, she is happily married. Thank you. So anyway, but I do know some single women. If you're a nice person, I know some very, very nice single women that, are looking for husbands. Now, if you're just trying to date, then no. We have enough people out here dating. All right. We're talking courting only. So anyway, what I want to talk about is us preparing for 2025. Y'all, I want you to think of everything that you've been sick and tired of, everything that you've been complaining about. Put it in the chat. What are like your biggest challenges, your biggest fears about 2025? And let's just set up a strategy and a plan and a mindset that you need to be in to overcome it. And don't tell me that y'all don't have fears about 2025. I've been feeling it everywhere. I'm seeing it in all of you guys' posts and everything that you're liking and you're commenting on, and all these other things, to where people have a lot of anxiety about the incoming administration, about the economy, and things like that. My thing is, does your strategy match your anxiety? Does your level of focus exceed your level of fear? Because here's my thing. If someone's really, because that's the thing that weirds me out about anxiety, is the numbing portion of it. Because my thing is, if I'm that anxious about something, I want to do something about it. If something scares me that much, I'm going to do something about it. Let your anxiety push you into action. Let your anxiety get you focused, influence you, be the catalyst to get you super focused. Let everything you're paranoid and fearful about be the catalyst to you saying, look, enough is enough. I refuse to live my life on the fringes of society. I refuse to settle for just enough anymore. I'm done running a mediocre business. I'm done getting mediocre paychecks. I'm done worrying about debt. Y'all, I'm looking at my live on YouTube. I just got this picture of this cat that I just love. And my daughter helped me pick this out. And this is kind of like the whimsical side of my personality. Y'all, look at this cat. Ah, these are the types of things that keep me motivated. This is like who I am. Oh, that's so funny to me. Anyway, so I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it on my YouTube live, and it's just hilarious to me. But whatever it is that makes you angry, that makes you feel vulnerable, that makes you feel uncertain, that makes you rant, that makes you just shut down, that makes you do all of those different types of protest behaviors or anxious behavior, the thing that throws you into mental and emotional volatility, I want you to do something about it. And so this is a conversation specifically. Welcome back, Adri Goss. Thank you so much for coming back. This is a conversation specifically for business owners and for thought leaders, right? Because guess what? We're going to have to step up to the plate this year. This is not the time to run a mediocre business. This is not the time to focus on just getting your bills paid. This is not the time to just break even. This is not the time to waste money on online multi-level marketing scams. This is not the time to try to find a get rich quick scheme. I was talking to the members of my leadership development sessions, and that is like an offer that I provide to my clients, to where instead of telling them how to develop their employees and how to make all these changes, they just pay me and I develop their employees for them. And I meet with their employees once a week, and we discuss various leadership topics, how to overcome different challenges, things of that nature. And so one of the things I was talking about with them is just this mindset that people have about getting rich quick, schemes, things of that nature. And I was talking to them, just joined. What time is it? So what time is it? My leadership development sessions, those happen on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. But you have to be a member, and my clients are the ones that have the ability to be a member. So you can sign up to be a client. What I would recommend, go to the link in my profile, sign up for the strategic planning event that's on January the 4th, or you can schedule one-on-one sessions with me or make an inquiry about that. So I usually help small and medium-sized business owners transform their businesses and their teams by focusing on their sales, revenue gaining strategies, different internal business systems, coaching, influence, recruiting systems, things of that nature that can help them to make more money, attract more clients, attract more employees, things of that nature. So anyway, so one of the things that I was talking about with them was this concept of, you guys ever get on YouTube and all you see are all these ads like, want to know how I made, $100,000 in a week with only $5? Or like, want to see how I came up with the multi-million-dollar strategy in 7 minutes? And the reason that people advertise that way, and the reason that they do that, is because they know the average human being is looking for a high return on an extremely small investment. If that's what you're looking for, it sounds like you need to invest some money into Bitcoin. Just don't invest like your mortgage money. But that's typically not how business works. There can be investments that work that way, but typically, people who are able to really leverage that kind of cash, as far as investments are concerned, already have a business, right? Where they're doing some buy, sell, or some sort of offer or some sort of service that they are putting out in the marketplace, or that they're offering, to where they have the money to invest. And so every single person has to focus on, working and creating, so that way they can have that revenue that they can turn into capital. So we're working, and I'm speaking this prophetically for some of y'all, to where we're working in a place to where we can make the money and the revenue that we can go and invest and turn that into capital. So maybe you have a line of horses, I don't know, whatever, right? I'm just saying random things. You have some sort of business, whether it could be a hair salon. You have the hair salon that's bringing in the revenue that not only pays your bills, but ideally, instead of buying red bottoms and Gucci sneakers and all that stuff, you use that money to invest in apartment complexes, to invest in the stock market, to invest so you can turn that revenue into capital assets. That's the name of the game. But it starts off with an idea. But what I was speaking with them about is the reason they run those types of ads is it works on the average person, because the average person is always thinking, what can I do with very, very little effort that has a high return? And so they market because they know the average person thinks that way and is that delusional to think that they're going to have a high return on anything with very little effort. And so you have these people that run these ads that make so much money because they know the average person thinks that way. And so you'll spend maybe $5 with them, $10, $30, and you have a million people that are saying, I'll try it out for $50, $100, $700, or whatever. What's up, Kimberly? 69 GA. You represent Georgia? I'm in Georgia too, girl. Atlanta girls. So you have all of these things, and so that's how they make that money, because they're really playing on the mindset of the average person, even though that's not really true. And so what I was talking with them about is how they're going to have to really focus on maximizing their effort and being resilient about the things that they're doing in order to see a return. Because the truth of the matter is, you only see a return on the things that you're resilient about. You can get some results outside of that, but to get a true return on your investment, you have to be resilient about it. Like, you've got to be resilient about your health. If you're having, health challenges and things like that, unless you are just absolutely committed to improving your health, you're not going to see the results. You've got to be committed to eating right. You've got to be committed to having a healthy diet. And I don't mean diet like as in losing weight, meaning like you've got to fuel your body. Like, I'm at the point where I was like, look, I'm at the age now where energy doesn't just come. I have to be very committed to fueling my body with nutrients, because if not, I'm not going to have the physical stamina for the workload that I have. It's true. Look, Adria, are you there too? Are you at that age too, friend? Where I just don't have unlimited amounts of energy. I have unlimited amounts of creativity, but I'm just at a woman of a certain age now. She's like, yes. So you know what I'm talking about. And I had to come to that point to where, hey, girlfriend, I know you think you're 22, but the fact that you get tired at 2 shows that you're not 22 anymore. It's very rare that you can stay up to 22 hours. All right, that's 10 p.m. for some of you guys. Right? It's rare that you can stay up past 22 hours. So it's very clear that you're not 22. When you were 22, you can stay up well past 22 hours. You can get up at 3 a.m. and stay up until 4 a.m. I could go and eat ramen noodles and have unlimited energy. Now I just have to be, I have to be resilient about it. I have to force myself to eat that salad. Y'all, I was eating a salad for lunch today out of my refrigerator. And I was literally telling myself, oh, this is so good, girl. This is so good. Just to trick my brain into it. Okay. Words have power. And so the things that you're going to see results in are going to be the things that you're absolutely resilient about. If you're married, you have to be resilient and absolutely committed to staying married if you want to be married. You just have to, that's just what it is. If you want to be out of debt, you have to be absolutely committed to being out of debt. You just have to be that committed to it. It doesn't happen overnight. And the reason that you have to have that level of commitment is because anything that you want to do is going to require a minute by minute decision making process. Think about it. Let's say you're in a relationship or you are married. You have to decide to be married minute by minute, because it only takes 1 minute for a divorce to happen. It only takes 1 minute to answer the wrong DM. We don't think about it like that, right? You didn't just end up in a hotel room with someone. You didn't. There was a 1 minute decision where things went against the marriage. And so that's how resilient you have to be. And those are the people that end up hitting their goals, is that they're absolutely committed to it. Talent is everywhere. So many people are talented. So many people have a great idea. I promise you, if you have a $1 billion idea, would I date a guy with farting chronic conditions? I think I married a guy with farting chronic condition. If that answers your question. If I'm being completely honest, I think I married one that has a chronic farting condition. Ladies, let me tell you, you better be very, very in love, because once you get married, the truth will set you, hopefully it doesn't set you free. But yeah, the truth comes out. So let's be real, but that's funny. Anyway, so you have to be completely, my Lord. It's true, right? One time, my husband and I, we were watching this show called Love on the Spectrum. And he's like, could you marry someone or date someone that's on the spectrum? I was like, I married someone that's on the spectrum. What are you talking? He started laughing, right? I was like, yeah, you are definitely, right there. So anyway, because you got to love people like God does. You got to look at the heart first, okay? No, but my husband's very, very handsome. So yeah, you got to be committed to the results. So I'm saying that to say, in 2025, because we're already planning for what we're going to do in 2025. This is practice right now. This is highlight footage. We're sitting here like, okay, this is the game. This is the plan for the game, things like that. We should already be in that mode. If not, 2025 will happen. And the next thing you know, you're going to look up and it's already going to be third quarter. The only way to maximize your potential is for you to get started day one. For some of you guys, day one starts today. Don't wait until the time comes. So if you were here earlier, the first thing that that I'm urging you to do is to utilize technology and to figure out how can you leverage technology in your industry to make you more money, save you time, make your clients happier, and for you to be an industry thought leader. Those are the 4 things that if you constantly focus your decision making and everything that you build on those 4 areas, does this activity make us money? Does this activity save us time or save me time? Does this activity make my clients happier, more satisfied? Does this activity or decision make me an industry thought leader? Meaning, does it put me ahead of the curve? Meaning I'm in 2050 and my competition, they're still in 2020. Because if you go into this next year and you're not leveraging technology, you are going to be financially left behind. And you're going to be standing like this. I told you guys in 2024, I said, look, do not expect moving forward the government to save you because they do not have the money. The US reaches its debt ceiling in January of 2025. You are going to have to be resilient and absolutely committed to thriving this year. We've had 4 years to kind of just the kiki, right? Kiki time is over with. So I want you guys to, one, if you're not in one of if you're not in one of these industries, you need to figure out how to do it because this is where the money is. Are you in banking? Are you in commerce, computing, education, entertainment, manufacturing, media, mining, pharmaceuticals, politics, prisons, real estate and renting? And let me tell you, some of you guys are going to be triggered by the idea of the fact that you can make money in prisons. Do I think that people should be investing in the prison industrial complex? No. But what I do think is that if we are going to have people that are investing in it, it needs to be us. It needs to be people with high character and a lot of morals. If there's going to be money made somewhere, I want to be the person making the money because I do trust myself to take that money and place it where it needs to be placed. I know that I'm a kind and giving person. If someone calls me and says, hey, these kids, we need a whole new bus for this after school program. We're teaching these kids AI. We're teaching them how to code and we need 10K. I trust that I'll be willing to come up off of that. Good afternoon, Debt Queen at tmddebtsolutions.com. Love it. Right? I trust myself. So if there's the ability to make money doing it, why shouldn't you be the person making money? Or are you going to be one of those people crying about the rules? Look, you can either focus on how things should be, or you can focus on thriving based on how things are, and then having the money to make things happen and go in the way that they should be. The rules in the United States is those who have the coin make the decisions and have the influence to make the decisions. Point blank, period. Should it be that way? Doesn't matter. We have people that have been writing books for 50 years about how things should be, but the people who are making it happen are the ones who have the coin to make the thing happen. Why can't you be that person? So, real estate, renting, telecommunications, tourism, transportation, war. Hey, y'all, you are not lying. I'm not. And sometimes people come at me and they come at me not because they think I'm wrong. It's just they just don't like to hear it. Look, if there's anyone that's going to be making money off of the prison industrial complex, it should be you. And guess what? For the things that I care about, I'll give money to the person who's going to lobby in DC. I'll give money to, the people and the organizations that are making things happen. So that way they don't have to worry about, because I don't have the time or the knowledge to go out there and lobby. That's not my industry. That's not my gift. But what I will do is, if you're passionate about the things I'm passionate about and you're out there trying to make the change happen, I'll give you the money to do it. So you got the time, I got the money. Let's let's do this thing together, friend. Look, I'm a Christian. I believe in feeding the homeless and helping the homeless. But because of the work that I do, I'm not always capable to go out there and feed the homeless. So guess what I do? I send money to the Atlanta Mission, where they already have a system in place to where they're able, literally for 74 cents, able to provide meals to people because of the systems that they already have in place. Guess what? If I were to put $1,000 of my own money into meals, because I don't have that system, I'm going to feed far less people than they are because they already have the system in place. I can't feed anybody a full meal for 74 cents. I might feed 10 people and they can feed 1,000. Why would I try to do it myself when they already have the systems there? Sometimes we do things like that because of ego. We just want to be able to say, I did this. Why not just give the money to the people that are already doing it and are doing it well and morally and ethically? So, you know what? Do I believe that we should be deporting every single person? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. It's harsh, right? But do I know that ICE is going to need a lot of meals and things like that in prisons? Absolutely. So you might want to get on the government sam.gov. And if you offer things like that, or if you are someone that's able to package whatever number of meals in whatever place in Texas, you need to go and get your coin. And then you send the money to the lobbyists and everything else to make that happen. This is how we have to think. That's if they have the systems in place, which makes it easy to be a part of it. Absolutely. And there are organizations that have the systems that just need the income. I mentioned the Atlanta mission because after, the C word in 2020, their need went up times 4. So they have the systems in place. To me, it would be a mismanagement of funds for me to try to do that myself. So why wouldn't I give it to the people that I know are going to go out and do the work? And I have volunteered there before, so I see how they do things, right? But that's something that they do every day. So I want you guys to think about the industry that you're in and how can you leverage technology to where you can make more money and do more, better, faster. So you can spend less time working in your business doing administrative things versus working on your business. Okay, so that's point number 1. And it's going to be different in every industry. But the first question I'll ask myself is, what am I spending a lot of time doing that's not necessarily making me money right now, but needs to be done? Meaning it's important, but it's not urgent. Those are typically the things that you can use technology for or search for technology. If you were to say, man, I really wish this could do this. We live in an age now to where it's very likely that someone who creates software and creates technology also asked the same question and they already built the platform. You just have to go and find it and learn how to utilize it. If not, you're going to be left behind physically because what you're doing in one day or a week, other people are going to be doing in 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't care how talented you are. You will not be able to keep up with that. You just won't. You just won't. Certain things we try to, and I tell my clients this all the time. There's a time and place for like ethical questions or like, should it be like this, right? But there's certain things where it's just the math. If it takes you a week to do something that it takes someone else 2 minutes to do, you're getting past. You're going to die. It's the same way when it comes to your body. If you want to lose weight, guess what? There's a formula to that. It doesn't matter how you feel about losing weight. The formula is you have to move more than what you eat, and there's no way around it. You're going to pay one way or the other. You're either going to pay in your health, you're going to pay money to a plastic surgeon, and then still focus on your health, right? Or you're going to just pay and look, I've been overeating, now I need to undereat. It's just bringing things back into balance. So there's certain conversations to where it's not really about feelings, right? It's not about your emotions. It's not about your beliefs, of how things should be. You can stand on whatever soapbox you want and you'll end up being left behind, especially if the soapbox is misplaced. All right. The second thing that you're going to have to do to prepare and plan for 2025 is you're going to have to focus on sustainable growth and resilience. Meaning you're going to have to create a plan to where your business can sustain uncertainties in the market. Everything's not going to be the same in 2025. The writing's all over the wall. There's going to be changes. We've had a change in administration. For those of you guys who've been following for a year, especially in ministry, I've been preparing you guys for this. You shouldn't be surprised, but most of you guys are newer. So that's what it is. I think the same way, trying to incorporate that in my business. Absolutely. Right. So now you got to turn your thoughts into actions. And sometimes I'll have people that are thought leaders, but they are action procrastinators, right? What you got to do is turn your thoughts into wisdom and your knowledge into wisdom, meaning it's something that you apply. So you gotta have a plan for sustainable growth and resilience. Meaning you got to diversify your revenue streams. Y'all, I work with so many entrepreneurs that are amazing, and they have literally, you can go in their business and they have 10 offers in their business ready to go, and they're only offering one. But they can easily offer 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 services with just a little bit of creativity, a little bit more thought, with very, very little changes in their day to day. Meaning it's already set up. They're just so busy running around trying to just, I got to do more, right? Because that's one limiting belief that people have is like, I should be doing more. No, you shouldn't be doing more. You should be more effective at what you're currently doing. Sometimes doing more just doesn't make sense. Like there was a time where I was working out like 2 and 3 hours a day, and I was like, Yannick, that's so stupid. You're not going to the Olympics. I'm not an NFL player. There's no reason I should be spending that amount of time working out. The only reason I was doing that is because I was being very inefficient with how I ate. I said, you know what? If you just wouldn't eat so much, that hour, it would be good enough in the gym if you wouldn't overeat. And so I was like, look, I can either waste two hours of my life every day and mess up my knees, or I can just eat better and let 45 minutes to an hour be enough. A lot of times the answer is not doing more. It's being more efficient with what it is that you're already doing. So, do you have something that you can offer? What are your multiple offers? How many different revenue streams do you have? What's the thing that's already accessible that you could be selling? You could be promoting that you're not right now, that's within reach. You know, one of my favorite quotes from Jesus Christ is the kingdom of God is at hand, meaning it's already here. It's right here. It's right here. I go into businesses with that mindset, knowing now I go into businesses knowing there's something that's already at hand that they're not doing. And I go in just looking for it. I just get my glasses and I'm like, let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. There's that thing that's at hand that they're not doing, that they don't have to reach all the way to the next galaxy to get. And I'm telling you, 100% of my clients have things like this. So that means 100% of you all have things like this too that you could be offering. That would be the answer to your complaints. So you've got to figure out something. You got to learn how to diversify your revenue streams and implement some risk management practices. Like, what are you investing in? That's not an investment. What are you spending your money on? Are you paying for technology that you're not using? There's been times where I've been paying for things that I thought that was really cool that my clients were like, oh, who cares? And I'm like, well, shoot, why am I paying money for this? My job is to make them happy. If this isn't something that just knocks their socks off, what's the point? I can find other things to make me happy. I can go on a cruise. Yo, I hate these barrel jeans. Anyway, whatever. They're comfy. So, you know, what are you doing to do that? And here's number 3. So, and these are just 3 ways that you can prepare, to thrive in 2025. What are some customer centric strategies that you can implement? Meaning, what do your customers want? Sometimes we like get excited about something that we love to provide, or we get excited about things that we're passionate about that our customers just aren't necessarily passionate about. And the point of business is to be an answer to a problem. I'm guilty of it. I think having the right systems in place is my issue. Well, then you need to join. You need to join 2 things. You need to join the planning strategies and the planning session on January 4th. Click the link in my bio and go to my website, and it's planning retreat, strategic planning retreat. I'll pull it up. And you need to sign up. And then I also have a program called 30 to Eden that is going to launch again in January. It's going to be the second session of it, where I will work with you and a few other business owners for 30 days on getting your systems in alignment with your goals. So the one that I had in October was very, very successful. to where the average business that participated, their revenue went up, one by 24%, the other one by 35%. And that was just in 30 days. So a 35% increase in 30 days is big. And that was really us setting them up. I'm sorry, we worked in September. That was setting them up to have a big October and to finish their year strong. So you probably need to do that. So here it is. So all you do, you go to link in my bio, and then how can I turn my camera? Flip camera. Here we go. This is my website, by the way. So you go to my website and then go to planning retreat. Here we go. And the right way forward on January 4th, it's going to be a virtual planning retreat. And we're going to go through and just to get you ask the right questions and just start planning for 2025. So sign up for that, especially sign up for it during the early bird, so we can get everything going quickly. So sometimes we just need a little bit of accountability, and a lot of times it's just like working out with a trainer. You just need to have an allotted time where it's like, okay, I've already invested. I'm going to spend this time planning. So that way it doesn't end up being something that you procrastinate about, because that's what everyone does. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to do some business planning, but just having someone like myself walk you through how to successfully plan and to create a strategy for you to execute on. So every person within your business should know those 4 things. What is our plan for making money in this business? What is your business's plan for making money? Every single person that works with you and around you, every activity should point towards that plan. Now, what I find is there are businesses that still make money, but they don't make as much because everyone doesn't know what this thing is and they're not constantly reminded of it. So they're just finding things to do. They have a to-do list. Maybe they have a proposal that comes up. Maybe they have this or that. And so everyone's kind of doing their thing. And then somehow, some way, they close some clients, they get some work done. When you have a business, you need to have a strategy for the year. What's up, brother? You said no joke. I think you said no J. Y'all, I don't know all the acronyms and I don't spend a lot of time in the comments. So y'all got to speak to me in regular English sometimes, because sometimes it just takes me too long. So I hope you mean no joke. I don't know what that means. So anyway, so everyone needs to be pointing towards this thing. This is why you can go into a corporate meeting and someone will call a meeting about something and everyone's sitting there like, why are we here? Did we have to have a meeting about this? It's not that that person's stupid, or they might be. It's very likely that everyone's not aware of that company's strategy and plan for making money that year. And so everyone's just kind of doing things that they think would be a good idea. So it's like when you have your plan set for making money, everything needs to point towards that. Everyone should be asking themselves, is what I'm doing right now in alignment with the company's goal to make money in this way? Is what I'm doing going to save time so we can make money? Is what I'm doing going to make customers happier and enjoy our services and our business and for us to serve them better so we can make money? Is what I'm doing going to make us to where we're a thought leader in the industry so that we can make more money than everyone else? So sometimes you need to have a dedicated time, something on the calendar to where you're just going to get it done. Just like going to the gym, sometimes you just got to wake up, put your clothes on, go and get it done. Today's leg day. Guess what we're doing? Leg day. Go in there, put your time in, get it done. So it's the same thing for business. All right. So yeah, that's the last thing, is you want to make sure that you have those customer-centric strategies to where, I just gave you guys an example. There were times where I was paying for platforms and all these other things, and my customers really didn't want that. And so how I started creating new streams of revenue was really thinking about what are the problems that my clients are facing, and out of those problems, which problems are my skills and my offers in alignment with, to where I can be the solution and the answer to that problem, the answer to that dilemma. And so that's how you create customer-centric strategies. What do they want? How do they want it? When do they want it? And how can I make sure that they get it in a way that they're going to be satisfied with? And that's going to make me a thought leader in the industry. And so when you do that, what you're doing is you're creating a business that you know is going to make money. Businesses that don't make money usually have two problems. Either A, they don't have any marketing, or B, they don't solve a problem that people are concerned about, or they don't solve a problem that people are concerned about during that time. Everything about winning is about gaining your client's attention and understanding what their priorities and their concerns are during that time. That's why I started offering employee development. Why? Because busy CEOs know that their employees need to be developed, but they either don't know how to or they don't have the time to really do it. And so I said, you know what? Instead of me telling you how to do it, I'll just do it myself and you pay a fee for it. I literally sent out, I think, emails to like 20 of my clients that I know have a team. And I ended up closing about 65% of them from an email. It cost me nothing. I literally created an email in one Google Doc and I spent 3 days just thinking about how I was going to formulate this, how is it going to work, how am I going to guarantee the results, how am I going to make sure their employees love it, how am I going to make sure that they stay engaged, how do I make sure that they renew, all of those different things. So I got the idea on a Sunday. I sent the emails by Wednesday morning and I just took 2 days to kind of formulate it and close 65% of those people by just thinking about, what do my clients need? How can I deliver it to them? And how can I make it an offer that they can't refuse, that still is something that I can offer at a very, very little cost? And the only thing it cost me is, my time. And I still found a way to be very efficient with that. And then what it did was it really solidified my relationships with my clients, because imagine how hard it is to break a relationship when all your employees love this person and they're like, man, they just really love this. And so they saw their sales skyrocket, their employee retention skyrocket, to where it was a big benefit to them. But that comes from thinking about customer centric strategies. Sometimes, I notice this, that we get so involved in things that we're passionate about and we think are cool, but our clients just don't. Make that thing your hobby, but that's not a business offering. Teach your team that. Sometimes your teams get involved of like, I want to switch our website to this technology. Do customers care about that? Is it going to make us money? Is it going to save us time? Is it going to make us an industry thought leader? No? Okay, well, friend, it's just something you're excited about. And it's not that we can't get excited about it, but here, our goal is to make money towards this thing. So hopefully these three things, right? And I want y'all, what are the three things we focused on today? There are three major points that we focused on today on how you can set yourself up to thrive in 2025. Hopefully y'all been paying attention. Your hair color. Thank you, Nemo Pisces. Very nice, and it compliments your beautiful skin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I I had to send my cousin a text message because I also wear my hair short too. And I sent my cousin a text message. I said, I just realized I have the same hair color and haircut as your mom did all when I was growing up. And she says, you just now figuring that out? Literally, the color that I wear my hair, my auntie wore her hair that same honey blonde color all throughout the 90s. And it wasn't until, and I'm probably like the age now where she was when I was growing up. And it took me a second to realize, like, oh my gosh, I have my auntie hair. I have my auntie hair. And she said, you just now noticing that? I said, yeah, I just noticed that. So yeah, shout out to Aunt Tammy. Because I definitely stole her skin color and hair color. And when I'm telling you, she had that hair color, what have you. Yes, have beneficial systems in place. Yes. Most importantly, sustainable systems that promote growth. But the first point is very, very important, because if you don't use this point, you're going to be left behind. And you're going to be left behind because other businesses are just going to be growing and doing more in a shorter period of time. So what's the first point? Do y'all remember? It's about a T word. And it's leveraging technology. Leveraging technology to help you enhance your business's operations. Yes. Provide more offers, customer-centric offers. So yes. Right? Because the key word, because words are important, because that definitely helps our minds focus. I don't want you to just get out a piece of paper and write down a bunch of things you're going to offer now. I want you to think about your client, think about your customer, and then think, what am I going to offer them? What are some customer-centric offers? Right? So using digital innovation, technology, AI, right? And it may not be AI, it may be a different type of technology, but I want you to use some sort of technology to make your operations better, faster, what have you. Meaning, if it takes someone else 2 minutes to do something that it takes you a week to complete, you're going to be left behind. It's just like, imagine yourself on a track and field race. You're not going to win if you're running slow. Even if you're more talented, if you don't put that thing into fifth gear and they're in fifth gear, you're going to get left behind. If they're running out of the blocks and you're walking out, you're going to be left behind. And you're going to sit there and say, well, I don't know why things aren't working. It's a great idea. It's a great product. Yeah, but they were able to deliver it first. They were getting to all of your customers before you could, because they're using technology. You're still handwriting everything. You're still painting signs outside of your business. Someone else just printed it in 5 seconds. You're just not going to win. And it has nothing to do with your talent. Has nothing to do with whether or not you have a great idea. They just were able to get to market faster and to enhance their operation. So that's the first one. Transforming, using AI or whatever type of technology to transform your operations, your customer experience, all of those things, right? Whatever it is that's taking up your time, it's very likely there's technology to help you with that, right? Sustainable growth, finding new revenue streams, new offers, diversifying your revenue streams. You have a restaurant, right? Could you get your best dish in a supermarket? So now you're making money when they go to Publix, and you're making money when they come to the storefront. Right? Learning how to do that. Certain things we imagine being a way bigger deal in our minds than what they are. And the last one is just customer centric strategies. Customer service is always important. It's going to become even more important because so many people do things online now that when they do come into contact with you, they want to make sure that experience is just as streamlined as it is with any other organization. So those are the 3 things that I want you guys to focus on, and to ask yourself, how can I implement this in my business to make sure I'm setting myself up to get a revenge check? The same way people go out and get revenge bodies, I want y'all to get the revenge check, the revenge revenue, the revenge business, all of that stuff. I want you to win this coming year. And so if this is something that is just like, oh my gosh, this really makes sense, it's very likely that you need to be in my virtual strategic planning session. It's on January the 4th. There are going to be limited seats because I want to make sure that I'm able to really, really get deep with you guys and to kind of get in your business a little bit to help you set up a successful strategy for 2025. If you are starting your year without a strategy, and the strategy just can't be, this doesn't go wrong, this goes better. A strategy is not a goal. A goal is what you want to achieve. A strategy is the plan of execution you're going to use to get there. I meet way too many business owners that start each year without a strategy, or with a strategy that's not detailed enough. Your strategy should be so detailed that I can get in my car and navigate my way there. Your strategy should not sound like country directions. Just go down the street, you're going to see a bus. When you see that bus, You're going to turn. Now, you should pass by 3 farms. What? You know how country people give directions? They don't know the exit number. They don't know the name of the street. It's just all this random stuff. There's going to be a red trailer on the left. They don't tell you how far down it is, how many miles, how many minutes, nothing. Go until you see a red trailer with a German Shepherd outside. Turn left. Whenever I talk with people about their strategies, specifically many entrepreneurs, thought leaders, business owners about their strategies, that's what it sounds like. Or I'll say, hey, what are your plans for this year? Well, we plan on making $1 million. No, that's a goal. That's an outcome. That's not a strategy. And here's the thing, if you have a goal, that's great. But your strategy is something that you can communicate to every person and every partner that's involved in your business. To where, and then when you have a strategy, everyone knows the role that they play. Otherwise, you're winging it. Now, you can get results. Thank you so much, Smokey. You can get results winging it. You can, but you're never going to maximize your results. You're always going to leave money on the table when you're winging it. And if you're winging it, don't be mad when your employees are winging it as well. And so everyone's out there just figuring something out and seeing if they can make something happen. Yeah, you could throw a lob and score, but are you trying to score? Or are you trying to win the game? The goal is for you to go out there and have a complete blowout in business. Meaning like the score is 100-0. Kind of like that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. You want to be Jake Paul. Where you win every round. You can only get there with a strategy. And doesn't mean that things won't go wrong, but you'll at least have a starting place that you can communicate and you can get everyone rallied behind it. That was sad. It was sad, but you know what? Mike Tyson made some good money. He made something like $2 million every round. So it's fine. But you don't want to be like Mike, where you get all hyped up and then at the end of the year it's like wah, wah, wah. You talk to your accountant and they're like, okay, you owe this money, you made nothing. You'd be like, oh well, we broke even again, or we only lost $50,000. That's not the goal, friend. So click the link in my bio. I'm going to put this in here and sign up for it. It's going to be on January the 4th. It's going to be virtual. And we're going to start first thing in the morning, and we're going to review all of your goals, your KPIs. We're going to talk about your leadership strategy. We're going to look at your P&L statement, see if you have any wasted resources or any resources that you're not getting a return on. We're going to focus on, what industry you're in, how you can use AI and technology to help you, in the industry, make more money, save more time, all of those things. We're going to focus on how you can just leverage the people that are better, leverage your employees. Most of you all aren't even maximizing the talent that you have there at your hand, right? We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to analyze the market, see what's out there. Are you doing something that maybe you should be leaving behind? Are you trying to master something that's already old? We're going to do the strategic planning. We're going to do the financial planning, right? Do some forecasting, things of that nature. Focus on cash flow management, cost cutting measures, things of that nature. So sign up for it. It's one day, and if you don't sign up, you're going to end up starting 2025 without a plan. Let's just be honest. There's just certain things that sometimes you just need to have something set in place. It needs to be on the calendar, because if it's not on the calendar, you're not going to get it done. You're going to say you're going to get it done, and it's going to be like that project that's been on the back burner since 2020. It's going to be just like that DIY project that you bought all the materials for, and they're still sitting in your garage. Some of y'all triggered, right? Some of y'all are triggered right now. So just go ahead and sign up. The link is in my bio. It's for the strategic planning retreat on January the 4th. It's going to be really, really great. And it's going to be an opportunity for me to meet with some of you guys and to really grow. I want to see great people thrive in 2025. I want to see great people thrive. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, I want to see great people thrive in the coming years. I'm tired of seeing people who are loud and wrong go out there and get that money. But you know what? Some of the same people that y'all can't stand are also the same people that are great listeners. Y'all, I have clients that have some of the worst personalities in the world. But if you say, look, this is what you need to do to grow, this is what you need to do to make money, they're like, okay, what? How? When? Where? And they're quick to do it. Some of you all are very talented. You just take too long to take action. And you're trying to figure everything out on your own. Extremely successful people don't do that. They leverage their relationships and they leverage what's in front of them. Leverage what's in front of them. So if you've never done strategic planning, you need to go ahead and sign up. Now, for those of you guys who are new here, this is not a vision board party. We passed that. If you don't know what your vision is at this point, I have a workbook that can help you out. Download that workbook. This is for people who are ready for actionable strategies to make sure that they have a W at the end of the year. Every single person, all of us, we have to set up ourselves, our lives, our businesses so we can win. What we're not going to be are the people that are crying about how things went, why things are so hard. We're not going to cry about inflation. We're not going to cry about everything that's happening. We're not going to cry about the politics and all those other things. We're going to go out here and get this money. And we're going to get a return on all these seeds we've been dropping. So if you know that's you, click the link in my bio. Let me actually see if I can pin this. Or if you need more information here, you can send me a direct message right now and I'll just email it out to you if you can't figure it out. I realize that there's many of us on TikTok that really don't know how it works. And y'all's DMs let me know that. You're like, how do I go to your bio? How do I go to your profile? Girl, I was on there and I couldn't see it. Right? That's why we need to focus on leveraging technology. Y'all don't even know how to use TikTok for real, and YouTube and everything else. So, and I can just send you the link directly. But yeah, we're not going to be the people that are in mourning. And no matter what happens in life in the next few years, and I'm saying in the next 3 years, there are going to be some people that are going to win big, myself included, yourself included, but you have to plan on doing it. Don't join the line of mourners. Let them mourn because they're going to be mourning now and they're going to really be in mourning 3 to 4 years from now. If you think they sad now, if you think you're sad now and you keep dragging your feet, crying and carrying on, throwing your body in the casket, you think you're in mourning now? Just wait. Get to work and just decide that you're going to be one of the winners. You're going to be one of the winners in this new economy. You're going to be a winner in any of those industries that I named. You're going to just make it happen. Period. And you have to just be resolute and resilient about it. And just decide you're not going to settle for less. Y'all focus on not settling in every area except what matters. I ain't settling for a man if he don't make boom, 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 boom. You wouldn't even have to worry about that. If you get on your business, you wouldn't care. He can make whatever he wants. I won't settle for less than. I won't go eat at Cheesecake Factory. Girl, if you don't get your rabbit-minded self somewhere, y'all don't settle on all the stuff that don't matter. Y'all have high standards in every area except for the things that actually matter. The things that actually matter, the bar is set really, really low. Y'all like, I'll get to that later. That kills me. Where are our priorities? He just said, that's so true. That does not matter. And he don't take me to Ruth Chris, if he don't spend at least $500 on my date, girl, you won't even spend $500 on marketing your own business. When's the last time you spent $500 on ads? Or continuing education, whatever that thing is. You haven't invested $500 in yourself. What are you talking about? Misplaced priorities. It's just not a big deal. So, yeah, make sure if you want more information about it, let me pin this right here. Send me a direct message, but you need to sign up for the strategic planning retreat. And then also, if you do attend the retreat, you also will receive a discount on the 30 to Eden session. So, 30 to Eden is a 30-day program for small and medium-sized business owners and creative entrepreneurs. To where in 30 days, I'm going to teach you how to set the systems in place, how to have those conversations with your employees, how to market, how to do all the things, get your operations in order. We're going to set that house in order to where everything that it is that you want is going to be available to you. You're not going to be sitting there like, oh, I wish if only I can do this, if only I can do that. All the things you've been putting off, we're going to put on within those 30 days. And the last group that I had, on the worst case scenario, they improved their revenue by 35%. They increased their revenue, I'm sorry, by 25%. The best person in the last session increased their revenue by 38% in 30 days. So sign up. But let's start off with January 4th, because if you don't know what your plans are, or you don't have a strategy for 2025, then 30 to Eden isn't going to help you. You're not going to get the most out of it because you're going to spend too much of your time trying to figure out what you want to do. So start off with the January 4th strategic planning session. We're going to work for about 4.5, 5 hours. There's going to be a break in between. And we're going to get it done. And let's say it's you and you have another person that's a team lead, whoever are the most important people, a part of your team, make sure that you get a ticket for them, for yourself, and a ticket for them. Yes. And the reason you want to do that is we don't do telephone very well. So you don't want to come up with a plan and you have a team member that's like, huh, what? So if you could bring your key people to it, because we will have a breakout to where I have this really, really cool platform, y'all, that I use where I can have unlimited breakouts and things like that. And I can hop into everyone's breakouts as we're having this conversation. And I can literally do an entire conference using this. Remember, we talked about leveraging technology, and I can hop into everyone's breakouts, and it's not Zoom. Thank you. And you want to make sure that as we're going through these things, as we're doing breakouts, you're not sitting there by yourself and saying, I should have had Lauren come here, because she's going to be the person that's going to actually help you execute it. Because that's one thing. I talk with you guys as employees, and you guys make key decisions that you don't talk with your key people about. So yes, you are the business owner. Yes, you're the CEO, but it's very unlikely that you're going to be the person to execute every idea. Your key people know things. They know the challenges. They know the budget. They know the clients. To where you can have a great plan, but they need to be able to say, okay, but let's not forget this, and just put this on here. This little thing right here, this determines how you're going to do it. They know the details of how they can make that work. And so I can't stand it. I don't know if it's ego or maybe we just don't think enough to where we make plans, we do these things, and we don't bring our key people. They're going to most likely be the ones that are going to ensure that whatever strategy that you have in place gets successfully implemented. Whoever's going to be responsible for implementing this strategy and making things go well, you need to key them in with that. Y'all, I can't tell you the amount of times I meet with business owners and things don't work out because they didn't involve their key people. You're not going to know everything. You're not going to see everything. Those are the people that you want to bring. If you have other friends who are entrepreneurs that they need to do this, or you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you're just someone like, you know what, let me just get this together. Join the session. Maybe you already do strategic planning, but you're like, look, let me just make sure I have something on the books. Even if you leave with 2 points and 2 questions that you wouldn't have thought of yourself that can make a big difference, do it. Businesses who strategically plan make 32% more revenue than those who don't. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. That's so good. Okay. Yep. Thank you so much. Yeah. So make sure you guys join. I'm gonna hop off because I gotta go send some stuff out and do the rest of my day. But I can't wait to meet you guys soon. And I'll be back on next Wednesday for another webinar. And I will see y'all then. And also, like I said, if you have some questions, send me a DM. I'll answer it. If you don't know how to find my bio, all that other stuff, I'll just send you the information you need directly.